A series of technical glitches during last month's climate summit left the Russian president puzzled, cut off French President Emmanuel Macron mid-speech, and muted Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison. Diplomacy is often described as an art of maintaining peaceful relationships. And with the COVID-19 pandemic, diplomats often now meet one another on computer screens. Experts say many relationships in diplomacy are not pre-planned, but rather happen in informal occasions, such as standing in a restaurant queue at the NATO headquarters or being introduced to another person by a fellow diplomat.
And so the challenge is with virtual technology is that if I can't replicate the feeling of being in the room with you, it's very hard for me to develop a personal relationship with you. Now, you can do it to a certain extent. It's a fine medium if we want to, maybe start a relationship and get to know one another and talk about some of our state's interests, for example. But if we get to a point where I need to really trust you and I need to empathize with where you're coming from, it's better to be in the same room with one another.
Not all diplomatic meetings require human contact. And this is where the virtual meetings become desirable. They're cost-effective and time-saving.
The pandemic has broken the taboo of conducting diplomatic work online. So now that people are starting to get used, I think we'll see more diplomatic presence online for certain type of activities, more coordinating, more technical, more routine aspects.
One of the main issues raised is the security aspect of these virtual closed-door meetings.
There's a fundamental problem with the digital technology in that it's very difficult to make sure that you're excluding people from an interaction. Unlike a coffee shop where I can sort of whisper into your ear something, or we can go off to the side and have a walk in private, with this technology, I'm never sure if there's somebody on the other side of the screen that's listening to this. I can never be certain it's not being recorded. And all of that type of thing makes it very difficult for diplomats to fully trust that it's just us in this interaction.
The fast-changing technology is expected to minimize the issues raised on virtual gatherings, but it is questionable whether it's ever going to provide the same efficiency of face-to-face talks when brokering a deal. Mehmet Solmaz, TRT World.